Very good evening, everybody. So, Newcastle United have an addition. We have a new technical director. I can't pronounce the man's name, but apparently he came from Atlanta. Very good evening. So that it is good news that we have a technical director. So let's hope we start getting some players in. It is good that we have a new addition. Can we do more? Now, on the Xbox, I've just paused a young Italian lad. It's called Antonio Mango. I think he's an under 23 spotter or scout or something like that. But he's talking about players at the moment. Well, he's got a list up on screen. yeah, so there's no news on Alexander Isak, and apart from potential switch across the northeast to our rival. Not happy with that at all. So this is the last one. Now when I'm playing this, what I want you to think about is a band. I think they're American. The band's called Tool. T-O-O-L. Right. Yeah. So we're going to talk. We're going to do some chat. I've got some to show you as well. Wow, 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 wow. Right, yo. So we've got 19 people here. We've got 3 lives. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, I was checking some before. And I'm going to share it with you. Because it's on the computer. Righty-ho. Oh man, I stink of deep heat. Right. Ready. Are you steady? Boosh. So, we have 15,266 hours watched. 6 million and 7,077 impressions. 4.9 click-through rate. Okay. Now the biggest one is the actual shortest one, which was my sister came down from Newcastle and she wanted to have it that my mum could see real live elephants. And I was like, okay, yeah. So that's a safari park. And I asked before I paid the money. She says, do you mind if I can film? Film all you like. So I did. And 1 minute and 11 seconds of West Midlands Safari has 341,000, but it's only 1 minute and 1 second. The next biggest one was, do you remember when DVLA had my driving license for 9 months? That one is at 75,000. Pretty good. Can we do better? Yeah, damn right we can. We are Newcastle United, and music and more. Well, Benny, pleased to have you in here. There's just I came across something today. Yeah, I'm going to show you the computer again in a moment. Right, I'm going to show you it again, because I've just got an email, and I was like, right up. I opened the email on my mobile phone. Where did I put my cup? There it is, and the damn thing's empty. So who is it? Newcastle Target is on the Xbox, and there you can see it's well, it's frozen, but like I say, that's a Italian lad, Italian Geordie. Why did you threaten Nicole and what? How do you look like? Well, to the wonderful person. Voila. There you go. Thank you very much. How rude can you get? Yes, so Benny was saying about the free code camp just before. Well, I'm going to show you something. It's only just been, what, half an hour or thereabouts, because I've been watching the Italian Antonio talking about potential new players coming through the door. So, yes. And Rubenstein was on earlier as well. Ba, 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 ba. So I'll show you this. And then I'm going to take my painkillers. Right. Okay. So, here we go. Right. I'd focus on getting a job. Righto, Benny. Righto, Benny. No problem, mate. Tommy gone. Right. Okay. Bye. Can't be bothered with silly people. I just can't be bothered with silly people. So yes, thank you, all of you wonderful people, for, as I said, watch time impressions. I have impressions of 6 million, and I'm over the moon. Thank you. So my watch time now is 30,000 hours, because I've crushed the 15,000 hours. So next is 30, and then we'll just keep growing from there. But yeah, some of the videos have a click-through impression of 14.9, 14, 8, 9, 9, 9, 11, etc. We need to increase that. And like I said to you some time ago now, by Christmas time of 2025, when we're getting ready to wrap our presents up, you know, that sort of thing, then hopefully milk. Right, put you there. Because having a black coffee is not very nice. Right, that's boiled. And that's boring. It's a mega boring job, isn't it? Making a cuppa. Yeah, mega boring. But YouTube is real life. Right, what we got? Steve-O, for the love of God, tidy that kitchen up. When the kitchen's tiny, mate, tiny. I think it's called a galley kitchen. The new technical director, yeah, David. Can't pronounce his name. I'm thinking he's American, but yeah, give him a chance. Just seen it on Sky Sports Transfer Centre. However, David, I want Alexander Isak situation sorted out. I want the wage structure at Newcastle United smashed to pieces. You know, there's a couple of phrases I'm really tired of hearing. One, hashtag PSR. Sick to the death of hearing it. Went on to just before there, the club memberships, it's still £37. The Max Plus is £47. And young Geordie Josh, he did a video earlier where when you are level 7, some people don't like level 7 because it's too high up, but you do get a good view. You know, watch the match and have a look over the city. But £55 for a ticket. So you're paying 47 for your Max Plus, then 55. Liverpool game was on there, and there's two. One game or the 9th of August, and then there's the Sela Cup. But we're all gearing up for this brand new season. Right. So we've got Geordie Nation, and why do you... who are you talking about? But you refuse to pay. No, I'm not refusing to pay. It never was refusing to pay. If you're going to come at me with facts, there is an amount of money, and I know what that amount of money is for. And it's called compute power. So that's what I've got to pay for. Once that's paid for, then we get the .org, we get the .co.uk, and we might even get a .com. see if it's there. Right, what else we got? The Far East females had better be on red alert if John Sinclair. John's a good guy. Met him loads of times. Nicola Richardson and Lee Morris with the bailiffs. Sorry to tell you, mate. Lee's a good kid. Ain't threatened him with nothing. Last time I saw Lee, he had moved to a new place in Cowgate. Yeah, I've been in his many times. So whatever you're spinning, in my eyes, he's a good kid. He always was. So don't know what your issue is. What shampoo do I use? I don't. I use well, I use this one and this one. Well, you can see it, you know. Yeah, you can see it. That was a grade 1 and it's now grown. Paul wears a wig. Paul wears a wig. No, I don't. It's actually my hair. Have you asked for a refund? No. Like I said to you ages and ages ago, Benny, you know, you had a position and now you're like acting up as if like, crazy stuff. LFC fan, but I can say I have autism. I don't even know what that word is. I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is. A lot of dark days, but lives make me happy. Thank you for that. Thank you. I mean, bit of music, which you never know what I'm going to do. I mean, that just showing you the how many the watch hours. I'm over 15,000. Get an email for that, and over 6 million impressions. Thank you, all of you. Any more office viewings? No, but there is roughly in the region of 15 different good spots, and some of them are 2-story. So you got like your ground floor, then you're upstairs. And if it's if I've got an upstairs part, that is going to be partitioned off so that a set of drums can go in there, keyboard, guitars, and nobody outside the room can hear what's going on inside the room. So yeah, there's lots of different places in you. What makes a good spot? Somewhere close to the city centre, but good evening, Bert. Good evening. Somewhere next to the city centre, close to buses, tram, trains, taxis, that sort of thing. And I mean, like Newcastle, there are places what look nice that's empty. Can we get a live for applying for a job? Jeez, really? So yes, let's show you this. This is for Benny. Right. Put you there. Stick you there. You are resting against a printer. Mm-hmm. There's the printer. So you're resting against there. While I do this. Mm-hmm. Open sesame. Do 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 do. Verif. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Right, here we go. Here we go. Da 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 da. I will have it open in one moment. Here it is. I thought this was a bit of a laugh. Seriously. I did think this was a bit of a laugh. Keep going with the complete web development 3. And that was 3:41 p.m. or 3 hours ago. Now, there's our lovely instructor. Good guy. 15% of the course. Continue. So, yeah. When I saw that, I was like, what? Unless those long-winded emails actually got through. That's a course, not a job. You're very correct, Pete. You're very correct. But it is the skills to learn from the course to become employed in whatever field. So what was that one? What was that one? Did you set the CEO that got caught? What? Those are just normal users retention emails. Everybody gets them. Did I hear that you have a new not co-host? No, but somebody you might see. I don't know whether this lady has a YouTube channel. I don't know. But she is active, very active. And as you can see there, yeah, as I turn my head back, this part here, right? So those of you who like kind of doubt and rip the biscuit about nature spell, natural rosemary oil. Yeah, it does work. So yeah. But I thought when that came through, the web development 3, I'm going to click on it. But I want to see if those little errors are fixed. Because if they are, that means the 15% can go to 33%, 40%, 50%, and then complete it. Right, what we got? But you're not using any of those skills. You're just paying for AI, says Pond. Well, yes, you are very correct, Pond, because I've gone to these different places, explored them, and if a code has appeared, yes, I did get a bit excited when I saw lots and lots of code. But there is a but. And the but is this. All of those lines of code, the authentication part where you sign up for your details, etc., your name, age, where you are, and all of that stuff, didn't work. So what looked nice, clean, tidy wasn't epic, wasn't special, just didn't work, sadly. Keen, you've only completed 15. Yes, there has been other things, and there's only 24 hours in a day. Bert is saying, Paul, computers are amazing these days. Did you say this, Bert? I don't know if you did. I'm going to show you anyway. Right, one moment. One moment. So this is just for Bert. It's called a ThinkPad. And it's not AMD, it's the other. And it's got double the other in memory. So there's 16 in that. And that's for gaming. Which means those keys on the keyboard for move forwards, backwards, sideways, as well as the mouse keys. That's another thing I've got to learn. So there's going to be hiccups as well on Twitch, here on YouTube, and yeah, that's what for the gaming of the games. The Discord will be open, and yeah, look, it's a good thing at the end of the day. So what we got? Yeah, what we got? Right, I'm gonna go right. Ooh, that's a lot of chat, man. That is a lot of chat. Damn. Are you still banging the 5 European? They're in Europe. I'm not. I'm across the channel. Do you reckon, Benny? You see, what my brother said to me was with the AMD Ryzen, he asked for all of the details of that. And what I didn't know is when they sell you a computer, anybody sells you a computer, you've got to unlock bits in it. And I didn't know that. But yeah, ThinkPads are bare bones. What? Eh? And we got whatever, Gary, whatever. The ladies from Europe, I have to upgrade to send them a note back, and I haven't done that yet. Right, what we got here? What we got here? It's not a graphics card, right? Okay. Where were we? Where were we? Right. Okay. Let's put that in right there. Sorry. Ooh, you can. When you see something on YouTube, when I switch the camera, like that is a song. Yeah, that's a song. That Streets of Home. It's sellotaped to the back of a chair. Not many people do that, but it is there. And it is a song. It's also a game. And when people turn around and say, oh, delusions of grandeur, what the hell does that even mean? Because this week we get the .org. This week we get .co.uk. And if we're really lucky, we'll get a .com as well. And if you believe at the end of the day, that's delusions of grandeur, you're in the wrong place. Yeah? Now, as I said to you all this morning, I'm sure it was this morning I said to you, there is a thing, it's about this big, and it's from a company. The company's not British. No. The company's called Forever Living Products. And this thing's going to cost me 66 quid. And all it's going to do is one simple job. I'm going to show you that job right now. Not CGI, BGI, or TGI Friday, but watch. That's all it does. Yeah. So £66. Buy that. You're going to see me applying it in my videos, whether you want it or not. And the hope is that can start the ball rolling in a different direction. How much have you made? Well, I made a bit when I was at work. You know, people putting orders in. They're watching me videos. How much is this? How much is that? Can you get me this? You know, and what we are told, well, in the beginning, what we were told was this. Oh, direct people to the site. And I used to do that in my videos, a little link. And you can sign in as a guest. That option's there. So, but the products from Forever, I've used them lots and lots of times. People can call Forever what they want. They can go green, blue, pink in the face. Call it what you want. I know this. When I was doing a bus driving job, bus driving drains you. It's like someone sticking a big thing up your backside and going and sucking all your energy out. And I was using Arctic Sea, because Arctic Sea is similar to the thing I've got over there on the tip. No, here it is. Arctic Sea is very, very similar to this. 1 second. Put that between my knees. That's not working, so I have to use the table. But I'll show you this capsule first. Yeah, the Arctic Sea, right, is like a gel. That's not. It does the same thing. Exactly the same job. And it only works in one place. Um, That, what you just saw, is that. But it's 3,000 milligrams. And wash that down. The other one is that. And again, that's in capsules. Good for the body. I'll only take stuff that's good for the body. The creams, you've seen the videos where I'm applying the face mask. You've seen those videos where your face goes rock solid, you know. But yeah, I'm going to go back to that because when you go to meetings, you meet lots of nice people. 15 days left. Okay. What was that one? What was that one? David, your thing, what you just sent there, what you don't understand is this. I can get some from Morrison's. I've only just started deliveries from Morrison's. First one messed up because what time they take the money. And I missed out by £1. Yeah. So I learned my mistake there. Apply more products to the face than you do jobs. Benny, you've got this serious thing about jobs, man. When there's 25 people working in Nottingham city centre, then come back and ask me about jobs, mate. Yeah, and I'll do a live and say to each of the people who is working there, right, I'm live on YouTube. Do you want to speak to the camera? You know? But you just keep going, mate. Keep going. In you, 3 apps, 3 games, a sitcom, a studio, an album, property investment, selling forever living products, and still nothing to show for it. You know what? Belter, man, belter. That is comedy gold. Get yourself up on stage and take a bow. Comedy gold. One thing you've missed out, though, just one little slight thing, and it's this. Aim for a target, get the target. So, the sites, you know where the sites are, you know bits and pieces about the sites. When they go .org and .co.uk, it'll just be the same as if you're going into TikTok or if you're going into Facebook, and click, and things will work. And that's it. But what is happening with all of the SAR requests? I'll look at them. When I think it was you, or I think maybe somebody else was on about it, I got straight on to it to say these things are important and vital. One is £40. One is £9. And there is a PDF. Do you remember when I just showed you the printer? It's a Hewlett Packard printer. That is to print off the paperwork, sign it, and then send it where it needs to be sent. That way, it stays transparent, which is why they're going to do all the steps with London as well to be transparent. So yeah, what else we got? Um, hold on, who was that? Who was that? Paul, the problem is you're aiming for an idea. This is how it works in you. This is exactly how it works. Idea pops in here, and sometimes that idea will get written on an A4 pad. I'll put the date and the time in the corner, and then I'll box stuff off, arrow stuff. Now you've got these different things where you can tell it what you would like, and it does it for you. Is that bad? Is that criminal? Am I trying to break a new law from Minority Report? Yeah, which is it? Because what I look at is this: doing something where people will come in, they will clock in the morning time, set themselves up. If they have any questions, they will type those questions into the system to the AI to turn around and say, I may have another job for you to do today if you don't mind. And then start earning money. Is that so bad? People turned around and said, Christmas time, yeah, YouTube, right? You're never going to do this, and you're never going to do that, and you're never going to do the other. You've just seen it. 15,000 hours watched, 6 million impressions. So, really, what you're doing, to me, it's just silly. I'm proving it to you. I'm showing you it. Now, there's 44 people here, yeah, who likes what they're watching, who enjoys coming here, and let's get these likes up. There's one like. Thank you very much. We continue. We must grow. We need to hit 3,000 subscribers, and then I'm going to double it. If you think I'm going to stop, not a chance. Because tools like the things I'm using, Lovable and Claude and others, who told me about them? Who? Who was it? That's right. It was you. You were the one who turned round and said, I'm going mega, 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 mega slow on HTML5, and AI is going to go. And the best part is this: it all falls under adult learning. This isn't this white hair. It isn't CGI. That bottle proves it, because you can see. Or you should be able to, unless your mate's telling you he's a baldy. I don't know. Chat tells you to do a lot of things, Paul. Yeah, they do. Yeah, I want to listen at the end of the day. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to a safari have a GoPro or two and video as I'm going round it, and not ask like I did the last time, can I film? Not even put where I am, just say day out. Because I thought it was a Mickey take. I've asked at reception, I've paid me money, and its views are big. The views on the other one, I mean, the rhino and the I think they're called antelope. I think they've got big horns on the head. They came very, very close to the car, which was a Kia Exceed, brilliant car. And there was, what the heck do they call them? It's not an armadillo because they're short but armored, but something a little bit bigger than that. That come past the car, and it was an experience because when you're driving round Safari Park, wow, we man, sometimes you are like stationary for X amount of minutes when the car in front or the car in front of that is like giving the animals nuts or treats. You know, I mean, but yeah, I'm going to do another safari. But my mum did get to see the elephants, or she got to see a elephant from uh, 40, maybe 50 feet away. It was in a compound. How do you know what safaris are? Because I've been to one. Does that answer your question? I'm too poor to afford one. Oh yeah. Read the whole message. Stop reading half of it. It depends if chat jumps. If chat doesn't jump, I can read the whole thing. Notice about how he's completely stopped talking about the apps. Incorrect. Sorry, incorrect. Because they are coming very fast. There's testing to be done. And then there's the .org to be put on the back end with Superbase. That means paying Superbase's bill and then giving it to. And so that would be 2 lots every month for ever. But it's got to be done. Right, what we got? Would you go and do an interview with people in prison? Yeah, why not? Why not? You know, I mean, people in prison houses, you know, they're people too. Just some of them. Joko, if I donate £20 for Superbase, would that get it unlocked? No, it wouldn't. The Superbase is going to cost me oh, it's dollars, man. It's dollars. I'm thinking pounds. It's dollars. It's $55. Whatever that is in pounds. Couldn't tell you. But yeah. Pay that. That's for me. And then it gets 2 straight away as soon as that's done. And then it's onto Netlify, where it gets pointed towards the other one, and it pops up on your browser. They will work. I don't think Paul owns the domains. Actually, I do. So you're incorrect. Yeah. Well, when I say the .org, I'll give it its full proper address. HTTPS colon / seeking dash u.org. And for the other one, www.geordie-nation.co.uk. And the new version may be a .co.uk or it may be .com. I haven't decided. You don't have the company's. Give me a chance. Seriously, man. Honestly. Once a month. That's what Universal Credit pays you. Once a month. Not twice or 3 or 4 times. It's once. And it's not yet. That day is going to be a mega busy day. And that's where the back end gets bolted to Seeking You and Geordie Nation. And I'm going to send Eric a message, an email tonight, asking him about that SQL, which I have watched a video on. It's like an is it the Excel spreadsheet, or it's some kind of spreadsheet, and there's multiple different versions with ID. I watched that. It was 10-minute video on YouTube about it. So yes, create that one for both of them, because if you've got to do both, then I'll do both and stick all the information in and then save. Ponder St. Paul, I can test it right now and tell you the biggest issue is you have no app. It's literally an HTML shell. But when you build a new business, you don't get the nice, fancy, jazzy stuff. You've got to earn that. Yeah, it is a shell. It has an army of AI agents who are going to be running tasks and answering this, answering that, and more. And eventually, we get some people to come in to an office. That's the plan. That's the aim. And it's got to happen between now and Christmas. So, short window. Yeah. So if I can walk into city centre, yeah, I walk into like where an office is and sit down while I'm doing a live, are you going to turn around and say it's CGI? Are you going to turn around and say that? Or are you going to turn around and say, wow, he actually did it? Because that's your choice. You know, you can kick the chair as much as you like. And, you know, you can turn around and you can say it as much as you like. He's not going to do this. He's not going to do that. There's only one person who decides what I'm going to do. Just one. Now, next couple of days, we get the .org. Next couple of days, we get the .co.uk. And fingers crossed, next couple of days, I renew my membership for Newcastle United. And then I can start thinking about tickets. There is places I can get the tickets from if I need them. And then I can come up to St. James's Park, do some more videos. One thing I would love, I would really love this. I know I sound a bit like Kevin Keegan, but when I say that, but what I'd love is this. When people go to St. James's Park and they pop their camera out, yeah, because they're filming themselves, or they want to film something on the pitch, give them permission to do that. Whoever they may be, whether they're a gigantic channel or just a little weenie channel, give them permission, because what we are doing in our videos is we are showing the world through our channel. So give us the permission so that we don't get demonetized. That's what I want. I also want new players. I want 5 new players at Newcastle United before we play our first game, which is away. That's what I want. Now, if I get that, we get another thing I want as well. Another thing. I want Jacob Murphy to score 2 more goals than he did last season. Harvey Barnes. I want Harvey Barnes to score another 3 goals. Anthony Gordon. Again, give us another goal. I'm not giving everybody the same target. I want to see improvements on the pitch. I want to see more Newcastle United players doing the job of smashing the ball into the back of the net. Hopefully, we get another 5 to join Anthony Elanga. Fingers crossed, please, and touch wood, please. Right, where are we? Where are we? No back end yet. Well, there's not going to be a back end yet. I've got to attach Super Base. That's where the back end is. Thank you very much. Thank you. Who said that? Who just did that? That's Hulk Atia. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. So there's no back end and no apps. Well, in the next week, you get your answer. And hopefully, when you get your answer, you like it. That's the hope. Now, I've shown you the email from Udemy. I've shown you the impressions from YouTube Studio. You've seen that, yeah? This week, coming, the apps get cleaned, polished, and presented. All to come. All to come. What we got? 6 million. It doesn't matter, Benny, if there's 6 million bad impressions. It doesn't matter. The algorithm doesn't care. And what I'm going to say to you is this, Benny. Okay. To Benny is this. Since how you keep, having a go, having a pop, what I'll say to you is this. Did I show you just before? Better still. Better still. Better still. Okay. Right. To everybody that's here, right? To everybody that's here, type in chat what you see. Type in chat what you see. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to type in chat exactly what you're looking at. Well, nobody's typing in chat. Nobody. Everyone's going, no back end, no app, no back end, no app, no back end, no app. Pardon me. So here we go. Yeah, here we go. Watch. Now, for this is for no app. Yeah, there's one right there. Yeah, there's one. It's not there, but it's there. And there's the other. It's not there. Look, it's not there, but you can see it. Yeah. Come on. Do your eyes deceive you? Is somebody going, you cannot see out your left eye now, can you, son? Or do you believe what's right in front of your eyes? Yes or no? That's an honest question. And one thing, I always said to us this, always be honest. Yeah? You've got two apps right there. Yeah? Two apps. You have one there and you have one there. Now, you can't tell me, right? You cannot tell me there's not two apps because there are .org. Why do you buy a .org? Why do you buy a .co.uk? Why do you do that if there's no app? Why? Why would you do that? And hold on a second. Whoa. Benny's saying, click the link, click the link. Don't have to. What I do have to do, Benny, is this. Test, crash test, test, crash test, test, crash test. All the way until the person I'm chatting to, when I'm typing in the prompt, until they polish it. Because it's costing money. And if they polish it the way I want to, so that I can swim like a salmon up the river of seeking you, I can explore this, I can explore that, I'll be happy. And we grew from that. Right, now, what else we got? But the thing is this, what you got to remember, yeah? What I'm showing you on the computer, I'm sat there at the computer, type the instructions, type the prompts, yeah? It's done something. I now have the link. Every time I go back into it, but I give it more instructions. And then once it's finished all of those instructions, please test. And it'll do that. And then I go up to where it says publish, top corner. Push the blue button and it'll say publish or update. So I click the update. So whatever changes have been made that day, those go straight to the site. The fact that there is artificial agents behind the scenes to get stuff done. If they're not doing the job, I mean, if you know, I'm going to go in tomorrow and turn around and say that everybody here, and I'm going to put the link in the prompt so they can watch it too. So they will, they should react to like your comments, what you're saying, because those comments have different colors and some have pictures. Right. But yes, this is all to come in the next week. Everything, testing, getting things done, paying bills for Superbase, it all happens in the next 7 days. And that way, when the .org is bolted together, when the .co.uk is bolted together, you know about it. And then it's the next part of the equation is staff, because the staff are going to have to use artificial intelligence to tell it what they want it to do that particular day, so that it's done and remembered, so that if the same job comes up, they can do it again. The AI has to learn on the job from the human. Right, well, where are we? Pretend by clicking on, what was that? Mr. G. Pretend you click on just, what? Oh, yeah, gone away. Seriously? Stuff like that don't even come into my channel with it, man. But Corvo, a little bit disappointed because something very private was just in chat and I've just removed it. You know, I mean, that's a body part, what was mentioned. So, get a shape. What's Jeremy saying? Have you spoken to a solicitor? Not yet. Solicitors are in the city centre. Now, if I can open a premises in the city centre, then I can nip out, speak to a solicitor, and go back to work. Simple. Hey, hello, fellow oldie. Hey up, Sam. It's a trap. It's this, it's that, it's the other. Well, look at it this way. I'm thinking that the .org.co.uk bolted together, running through Netlify, and we carry on. Have I seen chat? Yeah, I'm looking at chat now. Man. That's why I said to you about it. Okay. So, silly little people coming in with silly little comments, especially private stuff. Didn't do it, man. Now, the hope is this, and it's just me crossing my fingers. Yeah, the hope is this. Newcastle United go and pull their finger out, and that was me thumb. I know it was me thumb, but pull the finger out and sort Alexander Isak out, sort the weird structure out. Are we staying at St James's Park? Are we moving? Please tell us. I want 5 new players. 5 new players. And oh yeah, I was looking at season ticket just before there. 600 quid, I think. So yeah. But yes, that's what I want. I want like Newcastle United to sort themselves out, pull their fingers out, get people signed. Instead of people being nicked by other clubs. And this week, we get 2 apps. Blunted! Why you blocked me? I haven't blocked you, mate. If you were blocked, you wouldn't be in chat. So take it as it is. Now, yeah. So busy 7 days ahead. Yep, 2 apps. Possibly 3. Possibly. If I can squeeze 3, I will squeeze 3. But what you got to remember is if I'm doing 3 of them, got to buy the domain as well. And I've got an idea on where to get the domain from, but keep that. On your other accounts, how many accounts have you got, Blunted? Huh? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, but I use 1. And you're on it. I asked about Samsung, the phone Samsung, the TV Samsung, or give me an idea. But normally people go into a 24-hour, some go into a 10-minute or 20-minute timeout. Blocking people, it's not me, man. Don't care how many channels you have. Yeah, well, your point is you can't be blocked because you're in the live. Think about it. Use a bit of logic. Yeah. If you're talking to me in chat, you're in blocked. So Leave it at that. How are you going to host the SQL database? Superbase. Haven't I got a date? The end of the month. I think that's. I think it is Thursday. I think. Not sure though. Chat was a mess today. This is what happens. Right, okay. Few weren't allowed get in the gym. Okay. Say Slow Loris is saying HTML and CSS. I don't know what CSS stands for yet. Hyperlink. No. But I did look at it. Well, why were you timed out? Not by me, you weren't. Hyperlink, yeah, Thomas. Good evening. Oh, so almost time for food. Almost. Right, kettle is boiled. Give it a quick boil. Why'd you keep? What? What was that? What was that? What was that? Oh, you mean? All right. Yeah. Okay. I won't do it again. Actually, I may come off there. I may come off it because there are a lot of robots on there. Yeah, there is. Ted, what's your problem, mate? What's your problem? Yeah, because you came on saying about you being blocked. Yeah. Now, in the first instance, whether you believe this or not, I haven't got a blocked list. I don't think. I might have one. I'll check. But I haven't, like, I might delete something. Depends if I think it's unsavory, I'll delete it. But block, no. Besides, you're here anyway. But just chill, man. Take a, right. So, thank you all for coming in tonight. And see you all 11:30. And yeah, hopefully tomorrow we've got something to talk about players wise. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And hopefully we're one day closer to the apps. I'm gonna do a major crash test on the apps. And then set them free. So thank you all very much for coming in. Been a pleasure. And you've seen a lot of things tonight. You've heard music. You've seen the apps on my main screen on the laptop. You've seen the email from Udemy. So, wishing you all a wonderful Monday evening. And on your way out, please hit the like.